I'm going to put my fine stone in here. I'm going to work it the same way, 2 degrees, tip to tail, and this is shaven. This is starting to, you can feel this biting on the grooves that your file's left.
The quick pass on the bottom was with the coarse stone, though, right?
Before
you did the coarse stone on the bottom?
Yep. The coarse stone after the coarse files. Hear that sound, that scratching sound?
Yeah.
That's more burrs coming off. Those are little ones that weren't even hitting before. Okay? So all you're feeling now really is that file removing serrations left by the file. That stone removing serrations. And those serrations not only make the edge grippy, slower, but they make it soft. So that if you hit hard ice or even little bitty rocks, it gets dull quicker if you leave the serrations in there. The finer you can go, that's why I'm going to get the third layer down. The finer you can go, the harder the edge becomes and the longer it'll last. So that's okay. So now that edge is pretty much done. But feel what we're starting to feel now. Starting to feel like,
Is this, what are these edges made of? They're just stainless?
I don't know exactly, but yeah.
I know it, like good magazine, there's some carbon in it.
Yep. So now I'm going to make another quick pass along the bottom. Just a light pass. And now I'm going to do it by hand. You don't have to, but I have a good feel for it. And you can just go by hand, use your hand as a guide, and just get the very edge of it nice and gentle. It takes any of the little bumps and bruises off there, and this will really hone them. Like I say, this edge, because this was in, by my standards, pretty bad shape, this side would have taken several more passes with all of this to get it the way I like it. But you'll feel this after I do this last pass here, and it is 200% better. Feel that now. That's an edge that I would like to ski with now. Okay? That's a sharp edge. Not perfect, but particularly for ski teaching, man, it's awesome. And I make the final pass on the bottom to get anything that rolled over that makes it ski better and less grippy. Okay? And that edge is ready to go. And you can be as anal as you want about it, but that wouldn't take much more work to get it the way I would like to have it. It's just about there. Okay, so now back to 3 degree. Going back to 3 degree with this bad boy. And the tip's up there now, so I got to reverse this so that it bites properly. Stop me if you have a question right now, because I'm just going to start rolling. So I got coarse stone to get the burr. Oh man, I can feel this is bad. This is a bad one. Coarse stone, couple passes. Bottom, look at this rust. You guys are breaking my heart. Okay, this is just a couple quick passes. You don't have to get too crazy, but just look after those passes. I don't know if you can see the zebra striping.
Yeah.
Okay, that edge is not ready to ski. Hasn't been for a year now, in reality. Okay, and when you start really, when you have skis that are properly tuned, you'll know when a ski's ready and when it's mine. I've tuned it probably 10 times since I got them this year, and I've been going gentle with them, and they're just about right. As good as they're ever going to be for a new ski, and then they're going to start going downhill because they're getting, beyond perfect. They start to get worn out. So. But you can see right now after stoning that the ski had undulations in it. So we're gonna get medieval with the guy. And don't be aggressive with this like I'm being until you're used to it. And you got to know what the file's going to do. And keep blowing it off. See what this is taking off for you? Curls it. But that's got to go. That's just wasted. That's material that should never have been there to begin with. For skiing on it. So don't be afraid of it.
That's the plastic you're talking about, right?
It's mostly plastic, but I'm taking the upper part of the edge too with this right now. Getting it angled down, out of the way. And there's some deep digs in here too. Just from using it. You can see how quick this saves you an eternity of time. See the low spot here? See that? How many times have I hit that? See where it's still black? That's just an irregularity in the edge, a low spot. You know, and I don't go for low spots all at once. That'll come out over time, eventually. You know, as we work the edge down. You know, if you get a bad dig in it or a bad, don't try and get it out because you'll end up with you ruin the edge. Just get it out little by little. Buff it up so it doesn't affect you when you're skiing. So that's enough with this. 3 degrees. I'm going to stay 3 degrees. And I'm just going to take some more black, some more serrations with the coarse stone. Bottom too. A couple hits.
What's the reason for alternating with the diamond?
Just to save my metal files. So I'm gone from a real coarse metal file that's leaving big digs in your edge to a finer one. This will last longer if I use the stone to smooth it a little first. Plus I'm still getting some black stuff off as I work the edge. Now this one I got to turn around this way. And a couple passes now at 3 degrees. Ooh, man, these skis were, you know, they weren't horrible, but they're pretty trashed, you know. I would never ski on a ski that was in this condition. Not to insult you or anything, just to let you know what, just feel that edge now. We barely started, but that's 1,000 times better than what you had when we started. Go out in this, you'd love it. Okay? You just love it, just the way it is. But now I'm going back to 2 degrees, because that's what I want to end up with. A well-tuned ski about 2 degrees in.
And bottom's 1.
And I'm going to go now with just another quick pass with this. Whew, man, this is biting. Because now I'm starting to get towards the real bad part on the outside part of the edge. A little quick pass here. You notice I never put a metal file on the bottoms. You don't need to. If they're already beveled 1 degree, this cleans them up, but helps it stay around 1 degree. If you start using metal every time you do it, 2 tunings and you're at 2 degrees.
Right.
So I try to go easy on the bottom, but the side, man, I rip and tear. So that's that. Now we're going to 2 degrees and a slightly finer file. Oh, and that's biting good now. See, I've gotten rid of all the junk with the heavy-duty stuff, and this thing is working great now instead of having to fight the plastic too and the upper part of the edge. It just makes my life easy. You see this black spot? It's still there. That's a factory irregularity. And that'll come out over time, but they're all over the edge when they're new. Ooh, feel that now. That's pretty ugly. All right.
You don't like this?
No, I like it.
Oh, okay. It sounds pretty ugly.
It's good. Part, yeah. I mean, this is a sharp ski now. It's a little bird, you know. Ooh, ooh. I got filings in my mouth. Another quick pass with this, and I'm going to put my finer diamond in there. Hear that sound? We're getting to the very outside, the sharp part. And this is taking off little burrs still. And getting rid of the scratches that the file left. But we're starting to get to and there's some deep burrs in here that are going to take a few tunings to get rid of. Which is fine. But when you buff it with this, it gets all the high and low spots out of it. And it won't affect the way the ski handles. That's not bad. I'll make another quick pass. There's a bad spot right here. You're gonna have to work.
Do you do this?
Every night, unless something's going on. I'm just, you know. And then I do it by hand. And there's hardly any real bad spots, but right here that are still shown. That I can still see. And there's a few nicks that are deep that we're not going to get rid of here in this amount of time. And they're mostly right in here. You can feel, just run your hand there, you can still feel them. They were bad, deep gouges from hitting the rock head on. It's going to take time, but at least now it's smooth. And it's going to be somewhat sharp. Not as sharp as other, you know, on either side of it, but, and if we were racing, I wouldn't stop till that was gone. But that's why racers have so many skis. They can go through them like that. For what you guys are doing, it doesn't matter really. Another quick pass, and this one's done for feel that. That's how your skis should be.